Namandas, 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 namandas.
Good morning, everyone. My name's Jay, and I'm happy to be this morning's Dharma Family Service chairperson. We'll begin with a moment of quiet sitting here. Tara will strike the bell, and we will sit for 2 minutes to quiet our minds and prepare to hear the Dharma. Then she'll strike the bell again and continue on with the service.
Namandas, namandas, namandas. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namandas, 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 namandas.
Tara will now chant the Sanbutsuge, which is on page 79 of the Purple Service Book.
Namandas, 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 namandas. Kogen gigi ijin mugoku nyoze enmyo muyo tosha nichigatsumani shuko enyo kaishitsuenpe yunyakuju mokunyo dayogen chosemurin shogakudayon korujipo kaimon shojin sanmai chie itokumuryo shushokeu jintaizen 見ふけ出す不正上位解任精進如是三昧知恵以上五世特部不行志願一切空空一切大安決し有物百千億万無量大小収入五者供養一切使徒諸物不如愚道賢聖不逆非如五者諸物世界不不影無種節度光明師匠変師匠国如是精進偉人難容ヨガ差物国土第一五種奇妙道場超絶国如内四二無闘争ガト愛民道達一切実法大小心熱症状意図学校経絡安女好物神妙是が心象発願の非力少々よ実法生存知恵無限上領子孫知が心量軽量心知食読中家業精進忍不 namandas, 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 namandas.
Please rise, if you are able, to follow along with the Gatha Namu Amida Butsu, which is on the page 174 of the Purple Service Book. After the Gatha, please remain standing for the reading of Three Treasures 1. I will now recite the Three Treasures 1 on page 8 of the Purple Service Book. Please feel free to follow along. The Three Treasures 1. Hard is it to be born into human life. Now we are living it. Difficult is it to hear the teachings of the Blessed One. Now we hear it. If we do not realize the truth in this life, when will it be realized? Let us reverently take refuge in the three treasures of the truth. I take refuge in the Buddha. May we absorb ourselves in the principle of the way to enlightenment and awaken in ourselves the supreme will. I take refuge in the Dharma. May we be submerged in the depths of the doctrine and gain wisdom as deep as the ocean. I take refuge in the Sangha. May we live in harmony in the great assembly as disciples of Buddha and be freed from all hindrances, becoming units of true accord in the life of harmony in a spirit of universal oneness, freed from the bondage of selfishness. Even through myriad ages of kalpas, hard is it to hear such an excellent, profound, and wonderful doctrine. Now we are able to hear and receive it. Let us thoroughly understand the true meaning of Tathagata's teaching. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namandats, 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 namandats. You may be seated. We will now have a Dharma message by K.C. Mukai.
Awesome. All right. Good morning, everyone. Please, good morning. Please join me in Gassho as I read Amita's primal vow. If, when I attain Buddhahood, the sentient beings of the 10 quarters, that is you and I, all of us, who, with sincere and entrusting heart, aspire to be born in my Pure Land and say my name even 10 times, should not be born in the realm of enlightenment, may I not attain perfect enlightenment. Nam Mami Dabbats. Nam Mami Dabbats. Nam Mami Dabbats. Naman Dabbs, Naman Dabbs, Naman Dabbs. Hello, everyone. It's so wonderful to be here today with all of you, and thank you so much for coming to today's Dharma talk. Today, I would like to reflect on what it means to become aware of the web of relationships around us and how that connects to the teaching of interdependence. But first, I'd like to share just a little bit more about myself. I know many of you, and I've been coming to Temple for a while since I was a college student here at UC Berkeley, but I want to share just a little bit of what has shaped me and brought me into Temple today. I grew up in Central California, attending Dharma school in Wheatley, Kingsburg, and Fowler, and was active in junior YBA in my high school days. I also attended my first Youth Minister's Assistant, or YMA, retreat at the Sacramento Betsuin, and kept returning for advanced trainings and youth leadership conferences. Through these retreats, I learned how to chant, ring the concho, and give Dharma talks, which helped me get more involved in Temple services and Temple today. And later on, when I was in college, I served as senior YBA president for 2 years. And recently, I was elected to the BBT board. So thanks, everyone, for voting for me. So today, I'm very humbly and gratefully excited to share a message with you. And I just want to thank Reverend Kyo for giving me this opportunity. Now, has anyone here heard of power mapping? And no worries if you haven't. I see some hands. I see a hand in the back. Awesome. Well, just to share a little bit, oops. Oh, it is blurry. 1 second. Oh, there we go. Oh, no. Sorry. There we go. Okay, so outside of my professional work, I spend some time organizing in solidarity movements. And right now, I organize with the ICE Out of Dublin Coalition, which is working to keep the closed women's prison, FCI Dublin, in Dublin, California, from reopening as a ICE detention center. And in this coalition, power mapping has been a valuable tool to help us figure out who the key players are, who our allies are, and how to move forward towards our goal of keeping ICE out of the Bay. Power mapping itself is a tool organizers use to visually chart where power lies on a specific issue. Decision makers, influencers, allies, and opponents, so we can act strategically rather than just react to obstacles. It's about seeing the full picture of relationships and not just focusing on one obstacle. And power mapping itself isn't just for organizers, it can also be very personal. Recently, I had the opportunity to facilitate a personal power mapping exercise in 2 different spaces. One was with the Nikkei Community Internship Program, which is an internship program run out of Little Tokyo, San Jose, Japantown, and San Francisco, Japantown, where I led NCI interns through an exercise of figuring out what inspires their story. And I just want to give a shout out because Zora, Molly, and I think I saw Tim here, and they were all NCI interns this past summer. And so if you have free time, feel free to, ask them about their experience and the NCI internship. And the other one that I ran, the other time I facilitated a power map, was at my recent work retreat, where we used power mapping to help build trust amongst each other. And so I'll just show a few examples of those on the screen. And this is one that I drew, and kind of showing the intersections of my life, of social justice, Buddhism, Japantown, and Nikkei spaces. And at the center, I put myself, so kind of aligning on these axes. Another one I did, and this was the one I did for work, was showing, what are the different elements of my work self and what is the web of relationships and things that are tied to me that inspire who I am today. And so, if you'll all humor me, I think when you came in today, you grabbed a piece of paper and you grabbed a pen. And so I would like to invite you all to try a short power mapping exercise. And so if you didn't get a piece of paper, thank you, Joyce. Joyce is coming by with sheets. And so I would like us all to just spend a couple of minutes just reflecting on, what really brings us here as people, what guides us today. And to inspire you, I put together a few just guiding questions. That being roots, what values, people, or traditions ground you? Blossoms, what events or learnings have shaped how you see the world? And seeds, what are you growing in your community? What dreams are you holding? And so feel free to have as much creative liberty as you would like. You can even just jot down words if you don't feel like drawing. You can draw pictures. You can draw trees, a graph, an intersection, or even a web of bubbles. Really, however you want to represent yourself. And so I think I'll give maybe 5 to 10 minutes for folks to do that. And then I just have some questions to debrief us at the end. Does that sound good to everyone? Okay, so maybe I'll give everyone just a few minutes to ideate and draw, or write, or just even if you just want to sit there and think a little bit about the activity, that's also okay. Okay, so that was 5 minutes, but does anyone need more time? Free to say yes. Okay, I think I see some good to go. And so, yeah, I guess to debrief a little bit, and folks can feel free to share aloud, or I know that's a little nerve-wracking in a large group, so feel free to just nod or shake your head. But did anything on your map surprise you? Did you feel like your map showed more connections than you expected? Did anyone feel overwhelmed as you started mapping? Yes or no? How about, did you notice any relationships or influences that you hadn't thought about in a while? And then lastly, did doing this activity make you feel more connected to others? I see some nods. Awesome. Well, yeah, one thing I think about this exercise is that if we were to hold all of ours up and put them next to each other, no one map would look the same, and everyone's map ends up looking different. All of our maps are very subjective. There's no right or correct map. As human beings, our perspectives and our paradigms are based on what we have seen, heard, and experienced, but these are limited and shaped by our blind passions. And in Jodo Shinshu, we talk about blind passions, not to be negative, but because they often lead us to mistaken judgments that create suffering for ourselves and others. And encountering the light of Amida's wisdom awakens us to reflect, are my thoughts and perspectives correct? And awareness of our limitations keeps us humble and reminds us that we're part of a much bigger picture. From a Jodo Shinshu perspective, we might take this a step further. And if I were to reword Amida's vow that I read earlier in today's Dharma talk, it might sound like this. I will only become a Buddha if everyone, no matter who they are, can be born in my Pure Land and reach enlightenment simply by entrusting in me and saying my name. If this isn't true, I refuse to be a Buddha. And to me, this reminds us that I can only be enlightened if everyone has a chance to attain enlightenment, or our liberation is bound up together. When I do this exercise of power mapping my life, my connection to things helps me see the web of relationships in my life and how people, institutions, and structures are connected. Jodo Shinshu helps me see that I too am part of a vast web of causes and conditions. This awareness keeps me humble and grounded, that we are never acting alone, but always with and through others. When I power map or do this exercise, I also have to put myself somewhere on the map. How do my actions impact others? Jodo Shinshu invites me to look honestly at my karmic conditions, not pretending I'm more enlightened or powerful than I am, but also not forgetting that I have the capacity for compassion and action. Even Shinran Shonin, who had many disciples and could have used his position to elevate himself, was deeply aware of his own blind passions and the weakness of human beings, including himself. And that self-reflection kept him grounded and humble. And so the key about power mapping isn't just about analyzing your life, it's about acting intentionally. And the Nembutsu reminds us that we are already embraced by infinite compassion, and from that place of gratitude, we can act. Our actions become an offering, not a performance of ego. And I know this past year and throughout these past 2 weeks especially, I think I've been feeling super down with reading the news and just knowing the so much hate and violence in the world, especially against trans people, against immigrants and communities of color. And so for me, leaning into activism is my way of expressing that clarity and compassion. Power mapping at its heart is about seeing clearly, and that is also the heart of Buddhism. If you would like to, you can do whatever you want with the maps you just made or didn't make. Feel free to post it somewhere meaningful, finish it up on your free time, or fold it and put it in your wallet. But let it be a reminder that, like reciting the Nembutsu, and when we say the Nembutsu, we can return to clarity and compassion. And when we power map, we bring that same clarity into our collective action. Both are ways of moving from confusion to wisdom, from reactivity to thoughtful response, and from feeling alone to feeling connected. So that concludes my Dharma talk, but I encourage you all, if in the social hall you want to bring your power maps or share those with others, feel free to, or feel free to use them in any other way in the future. Thank you for listening, and please join me in Gasho. Nam Amidabs. Nam Amidabs. Nam Amidabs. Namandabs. Namandabs. Namandabs.
Thank you, Casey, so much for that wonderful Dharma message. And thank you for the activity as well. I think that was wonderful. I think that interdependence is just something that's so easy to take for granted. And I just think it's crazy because while we were doing this activity, I was just thinking that we're all gathered here, we're just all gathered here together as a community, learning the message of someone who lived half a world away more than 3 millennia ago. And I think that's something that's so easy to take for granted. And when you really think about what it took for that to come all the way here and to give meaning into our lives, I think that's just super powerful. So thank you for that activity. So please rise if you are able to follow along with the Gatha, A Special Place, which is on the handout. Thank you. You may now be seated. All right. Now we would like to welcome our new guests. If you would like, you can introduce yourself by standing, or if you're feeling a little shy, you're free to just wave your hand. Just let us know that you're here. So the first guest I would like to welcome is Melissa. Let's see. We also have Leslie. And we have Paul, Tyler, and Emmeline. And we have Yoshino. Thank you so much for introducing yourselves and standing. I will now go ahead and read the announcements that have been submitted. Let's see, let me just make sure I didn't miss anything. All right, good. So today at 12 p.m., there will be a Nikkei stroll through the generations at UC Berkeley. We will stroll through the UC Berkeley campus to learn about Nikkei at UCB history, past to present. The stroll ends at the Jodo Shinshu Center. Some of the temple members are participating. If you're interested, please check in with them during the tea time after the service. And just one more time, it's meeting at UC Berkeley Westgate near Crescent Lawn by the Cherry Tree at 12 p.m. There will also be a BBT Dharmanar on Thursday, September 25th at 6:30 p.m. The topic is aging and living. The sign-up link is on the website. Let's see. And then on September 26th at 6 p.m. will be the College Welcome Night. So this is an in-person event to welcome college-aged young people to the temple. There will be a short service, an icebreaker, and activities led by Berkeley Nikkei Student Union and dinner. I hope that you can join us. I went last year. It's really a great event. And make sure to let anyone who's interested know. The sign-up link is on the website, and it's included in the weekly email. On Sunday, September 28th, there will be the Fall O'Hegan service and potluck. There will be a potluck after the service. Please join if you're able. Please check your Toban chair for your lunch offering and tasks. On Sunday, October 19th, there will be a temple picnic at the Crown Memorial State Beach in Alameda. Please arrive by 10:30 a.m. to join us for a picnic and service in the park. There will be no service at the temple. So all families, please bring a salad, a fruit, or a dessert, and your own beverages as well. There will be hamburgers, hot dogs, and portobello mushrooms provided by the temple. If you haven't pre-ordered them yet, go ahead and go to the link that's in our weekly email that has the order form. And if you need assistance with ordering, go ahead and contact Lena Yin or Tina Iwasaki. So I would like, oh, sorry, that's not my part. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Jay, for being our chairperson today. And then we want to thank the live streaming team for their help during today's live streaming service. Thank you, Mrs. Kimi Tanaka, for playing the piano for the Got This So Beautifully today. And thank you, Casey, for sharing her Dharma message with us. Sensei's in LA for Fall O'Hegan. So. And then thank you to the Toban, September Toban, for preparing refreshments in the social hall. And of course, thank you all for joining us. We are going to, thank you all for joining us today. And I think that concludes this morning's service.